Welcome, everybody. We are back to our moose grind. We got a camera now. Figured something out with the lighting. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. As you can see, my backdrop. Don't really have a better space. We got a decent one to start us off. A little bit of heartburn from the hot dogs for lunch. This spot down here has been productive in the past. And I will only have the camera on the YouTube streams, because the Twitch streams are from directly from the Xbox. And I could connect a camera to it, but that's a lot of work and running wires across the floor. Oh, there's a reindeer. Flee. Come on, they gotta be here. Okay, we got a bear. Moose not here though. Well, I'm gonna go check this spot and then come back to that one. Because I had to reset the time before I started the stream, and for some reason they take forever to get to the spot that they're supposed to be at. Reindeer over there. Nice. Sweep them pens. I don't think there's going to be anything here, but maybe running out this far will make the moose spawn where they're supposed to. Because they are supposed to be at that lake or pond. This game's weird sometimes. Actually, I can move up a little closer with this spot. Cow. Alright. Let's try coming back here this time. This time they're gonna be there. Yeah, I know the pain. The Blue Jays for a lot of years didn't understand what the strike zone was. But to be fair, there's a lot of umps that don't know what that is either. Yeah. Yankees are so annoying. They whine all the time, and the umps always call it their way. And the one time they don't, they throw a temper tantrum. You Moose better be there this time. Yeah. Moose aren't here yet? Oh, there's one. Ah, here we go. You're all twos? Okay, moving on. It's dry in here. We're gonna check up here first, and we come back down here. Well, thanks, man. We appreciate the support. Hopefully we can run it back this year. There we go. Yeah. Kinda does. But since leaves are out, I'm not really paying attention to it, so. It'd really make me feel good to see the Habs get swept, though. Or get knocked out anyway. I know it's a little late for that, but. Leafs aren't in it, so it's not really that interesting to me. I used to be a lot more into it. Didn't watch it no matter who was in it. No, I don't care. Alright, no bulls over there. Down south we go. Yeah, it would, but Gary doesn't like that kind of thing. Yeah, we don't like Gary up here. Okay, we're gonna need a couple of those moves to move. You never know what could happen. You never know. I don't like that shot. Gonna have to sneak it in there, but that's good. You need those brick walls. Hopefully that hit the one that I wanted. Okay, I did down it. There he is. Alright. This is our next destination. No guarantee of a bull here, but it's a possibility. Well, there is a bull. There's a couple bulls there that are twos, but every once in a while there's like 3 or 4 or 5 that spawns. We really want that 10. Back off, Piggly Wiggly. Do I remember you? I remember you commenting on my stuff. Yeah, we know the pain, all right. Yeah, I know the lighting isn't the greatest for the camera, but I do the best I can with what I got. I'm sure you're not the only one. There's got to be somebody else in Philly who doesn't like him either. Alright. Ooh. I want a clear view. Charlie Manuel? Name's not ringing a bell. Not bad. Getting warmer. Ah. That was a long time ago. Scary that it's almost that's like 18 years. This is a long time ago. It's kind of crazy it's been that long. Yeah, having a bad manager on your team is not fun. Gibby was so bad for the Blue Jays. I know a lot of people love him, but he was not a very good manager. Joey Bats and them almost won in spite of him, not because of him. If they actually had a decent manager at that time, they might have won the whole thing. Oop. Drop my controller. I don't know why I just did that. You didn't see that. Okay, got a 4 there. Threes, threes, threes. That's a 2. Oh yeah. Although, in Montoya's defense, he said the right things that Gibby would have just like, oh yeah, we're a home run hitting ball club. Whereas Charlie's like, yeah, our hitting's not good, our pitching's not good. Gibby was very lazy. Charlie was just too nice. Alright. First, they're going to check here. Didn't see any indicators there's anything fleeing, which is good. Yeah, he's doing pretty good right now. It took him a minute to learn the ropes, but he's definitely getting the job done now. Nothing there. Now, I went and placed that tent because there was nothing there. And funny enough, one of the groups from the spot we were just at moved from there to the big pond. So now I bump them every time I fast travel in. Go figure. So in order to get that group, we had to come all the way here and run there. I like the fact that now you can challenge the umps on balls and strikes. I think it's a precursor to a full automated strike zone. And they're trying to convince the umps union to let them do it, but they gotta embarrass them first with how bad they are at calling balls and strikes for them to want it. see how much more eager they are to do it once they've been humiliated a bunch of times in front of 20,000 people. Or in the case of that one guy's, where he got plastered up there on the internet in front of everybody. Oh yeah, that's, you're gonna argue that. The machine says it's a strike, it's a strike. Yeah, exactly. There they are, right down in front here. He's a 4. Alrighty. Next location. Hopefully we get there in time to take the moose and make it to the next spot before we gotta change times. think last time there was a diamond here. Which, if y'all are wondering about diamonds, I have a playlist set up. Actually, I have two playlists. One is of VODs in videos that I recorded, like longer videos. That is called Wild and Way of the Hunter. And I've also got one that's just straight up diamonds. It's labeled Diamonds Great Ones, but I don't have a great one yet. But, well, that's why we're doing this moose grind, is to change that. So please feel free to check them out. You can leave them on a loop and your PC, because I need all the watch hours I can get right now. Yeah, lemons are free. That was a 4. Alright, can we make it down here? The Cowboys hate the Steelers more than the Phillies? Or the Eagles? I don't know about that. I mean, they might hate us more because we beat them, but... more than their division rival? I don't have high hopes for the Steelers this year. Not a fan of McCarthy. I don't even know who our quarterback's going to be. Ah, I see. Yeah, I wasn't watching the draft last night. Hello, how are you? Okay, so that was just a random spawn. Alright, I'm going to come down here even though they're all 2s. Because when I reset the time and go there, they're not going to be there. Yeah, Steelers are pretty good for wideouts right now. Just need a QB to get the ball to him. The guy I drafted on Madden his first name was Caesar, which I liked. Yeah, you can argue that. Definitely been better lately. However, y'all didn't have to deal with the Patriots cheating all the time. On an even playing field, the Steelers might have won a few more. No respect for Tom Brady. Or Bill Belichick. Or the entire Patriots organization. I think they should all get the Pete Rose treatment. But that's the NFL for you. Yeah, and there was the tuck rule that they made up to get them there. The multiple spy gates. And then the fact that they got caught cheating against an 0-13 team, that tells me that they're cheating against absolutely everybody. If you need to spy on an 0-13 team to win, you're in trouble. It's not even the fact that they were cheating, it's that when they got caught, they got a slap on the wrist. And they got all the help they could get from the referees. It's like everybody's complaining about the Chiefs these days, but you don't know how, you clearly don't remember how fucking much Tom Brady got. There's a different set of rules for the Patriots. And we had to play them every year in the AFC Championship game. Now these are going to be all twos. Unless a bigger one is spawned randomly. Oh, they're all cows. Well, it sorta is. This is just one map, which is the best. Well, there's several maps you can grind moose on. This is just the one I chose. I did not see it. I know there's been rumors that Matthews is headed there, which I'm not too happy about. Got a couple of twos there. Oh, yeah, funny. Everybody loves to chirp. Okay, twos. Just 1-3. Let's see if I can get the angle in there. Yeah, exactly. Everybody loves to chirp. Like to chirp the Maple Leafs when they haven't won either. So I wonder how many of those people that chirped that if the Leafs actually did pull it off and win would be on the bandwagon. And act like they were there the entire time. Yes, it would. That would be glorious. And not just won it, but like dominated it too. Like there was no question whether or not it was going to happen. There'd be a lot of chirps leading up to it and then silence. Or as I said, they'd be acting like they were on the bandwagon the entire time. Well, we'll see who the Leafs hire as GM next. I'm kind of hoping that they hire Sundin. Not necessarily because he might be the best guy for the job, but he's a Maple Leaf. That was the only beef that I had with Brendan Shanahan, was as good as as much as he did, that he wasn't ever a Leaf. They talked to, I know apparently they reached out to Sundin for the front office role, but I would very much like a Maple Leaf to have that job. Yeah, well, that was going to happen. The fact that Tree Living got anything at all for that is actually pretty good. Mitch Marner was going to walk regardless. Unless the Leafs were going to give him $14 million, which is not worth. It was one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't moments. If they had paid him what he was asking for, they'd be getting shit for that, and, well, they didn't pay him. Well, a lot of Leaf fans there. And if he's getting booed by Vegas fans, well, it's because he wasn't as advertised. Came with that big of a price tag, you gotta perform. That's why Leaf fans get upset with players, is that they want the big money, and then once they get it, they're terrible. It's like, well, if you're gonna ask for that kind of money, you better play. Yeah, that sounds like Leaf fans. It's probably just an excuse to vacation in Vegas and watch a hockey game. But yeah, Mitch Marner can't really complain about the Toronto Maple Leafs. He might have a bit of a beef when being made the scapegoat, but you can have no beef against the organization. They drafted him, they paid him well, and gave him every opportunity to win the Stanley Cup, and he never did. It's all good, man. Same continent. Crouching down. There is a cow. Nice. I've only ever made it to 2 NHL games myself. Good old Scotty Lawton, who's now in LA. I got to see the Leafs once, and then I went to see the Oilers when I was living out in Alberta. And the Capitals were the visiting team both times. And Ovechkin got 2 goals in each of those games. Gritty threw a pie at a Leafs fan. It was a cream pie, right? Not like a good pie, like a apple pie or a pumpkin pie or something. Just whipped cream. Yes, we got some wolves nearby. Yeah, Gritty's a good mascot. We're hunting moose today, so we're gonna let those wolves just do what they do, unless they give us some trouble. Okay, a couple of 2s down there. All right. Gonna head over here. Those are all cows and twos. Ouch. Yeah, Red Wings are having a tough go. But they also had 20 straight years of making the playoffs, so they can take it. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy my channel. Put a lot of work into it the last year. I mean, technically I've been at it for 2 years, but I've only been on gaming on YouTube for a year. Yeah, that is crazy. Sabres actually making the playoffs is kind of wild, actually. I still need a whole bunch of watch hours now. There in March I needed about 400, 500, now I need over 1,000 because I lost a whole bunch. So please, please, please check out my long form content. There's lots of VODs to watch. And I got playlists of them where I got 5 stars and diamonds in these hunting games. I got 1-minute clips of diamonds that I got while I was not recording or streaming. Even if you just leave it on a loop in the background. Love it. I'm sure they did. Because the Flyers don't start fights. Oop, we got a 4 there. Gotta love those kinds of games. Nice. Good old playoff hockey. Yeah. It's always fun when you can get those guys. Alright, we're going to run up that river briefly. Check one spot. Occasionally there's a bull when they spawn there, randomly. You always got to make sure. Gonna go on the other side of that little tuft there. This guy's a 2. I see. Yeah, I know the feeling. Cheering for Carey Price in the Olympics. There's a bolt. Alright, shot on him. Well, yeah, they might. They thought they had it before and they couldn't get over the hump. With Joe Thornton and Danny Heatley. Yeah. Exactly. That might not have been a good shot. Oh, it was a good shot. Yeah, riding after you lose is no good. Yeah, I know. I mean, Montreal righted a few times after they lost in the first round. I have not been there. I did go see the Oilers though. Before they changed buildings. Or was it the new building? I can't remember. No, it was not the new building. It was the old one. Because it was in 2013? Yeah. So it would have been the old building. Rogers is a cable company, well, communications company. They get your cable, internet, cell phone, all that jazz. But they're also like a network. So like they also own TV stations and whatnot. And there's only two companies that do that, really, in Canada. It's Bell and Rogers. Basically. Most cell phone, internet, and everything companies are either owned by Rogers or Bell. And if they're not, they will be. Uh, it's one of them. We got a handful of banks. There's Scotiabank, there's TD, there's RBC, there's CIBC, there's Bank of Montreal. Like, you got a fair number of choices. Scotiabank just happens to be sponsoring all the sports stuff. There's a good 4 there. Oh, I don't doubt it. Don't doubt that at all. Typically, if American companies want to produce something up here and sell something up here in Canada, they have to produce it in Canada. It's like Twinkies. We sell Twinkies up here, but they have to go through a Canadian company, Vachon, to actually do it. So the Twinkies up here might be a little bit different. Vachon makes very good cakes. We don't put butyric acid in the chocolate either. So the Hershey's chocolate's different too. See if we can get here before they run off. I don't think we've actually noticed. Is it Trump's? I'm pretty sure tariffing our stuff going down there, but I don't think. I think Carney said that he wasn't going to tariff anything coming up here because he wasn't going to punish Canadians. There has been a bit of a boycott, though. I will say that. Canadians have been buying Canadian a lot more since he said those things. Yeah, if you ever find yourself in Canada, you can get yourself a Joe Louis. You won't regret it. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, not everybody's gonna know what it is. It's really big in Quebec. We got a lot of good things up here. We got butter tarts. I didn't know that was something that was uniquely Canadian. When you're buying maple syrup, though, you gotta look at the label. Because even the Aunt Jemima up here isn't actual maple syrup. It's artificially flavored sugar water. Disgusting. Yeah, I was quite appalled to see that when I read the ingredients label. The first two ingredients are sugar and water. And then the artificially flavored is like way down the bottom. It's not in a sandwich bag, but we can get it in a plastic bag. It's like a bag that is specifically designed to hold milk. You can put it in a pitcher and then cut the top off it. And I don't think drink it with a straw though. And there's like specifically designed milk pitchers for the milk bag. Or you can buy it in a carton. Whichever you prefer. I just think the stuff in the plastic it lasts a bit longer. We got damn good bread too. Some do. For the most part, we just kind of... There's not really a set team that anybody goes for. You're going to get a very strong mix of who we're fans of. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. There is a good number of Bills fans, but like I'm a Steelers fan, and my uncle's was well, they're Commanders now, but he's cheered for them. And my other uncle cheers for the Patriots. Things get very heated. Like, yeah, and one of my best buddies cheers for the Falcons, and there's no real rhyme or reason as to who we choose. We just kind of like find a team and go cheer for them. I don't know about ex-NFL players in the CFL, but there's definitely possible future NFL players in the CFL. I mean, Warren Moon's a perfect example of a guy that started in the CFL. It happens. Actually, NFL should definitely adopt some of the CFL rules. It'd be even more exciting to watch with having all the receivers moving and getting a running start. You can. There's the no yards, so you got to give the punt returner 5 yards to receive and make a move. If you don't, it's 15. You get a point for a touchback, which makes things interesting too. Do you see those old plays of guys like kicking the ball out of the end zone so they don't get tackled? Yeah, it's because they give up a point and the game was tied, or the game was going to be tied. Well, the Edmonton Oilers did exist, yes, but Tennessee Oilers and yeah, Tennessee Titans works better. Another thing we don't do up here is bleach our chicken or our eggs. I have not. Yeah, it definitely does. That's going to cause a lot of pain and brain injuries for sure. Awesome. Canada's been the site of many great things and moments in wrestling. Like, they did the old Montreal screw job on Bret Hart in Canada. Well, in Montreal, it's because of the Montreal screw job. And Shawn Michaels has never been welcome since. Even though they should be really mad at Vince McMahon because he's the one that did it. In slot 10, Ibrahimovic scored his 500th career goal in Toronto while playing for LA. It was actually kind of sick. He might have. And I've been watching it for a long time. Yeah, I knew that CM Punk came back. I just didn't know where it was. Alright, I have to give these guys a minute. There they are. There's a cow. No, he is not. He sold it. And Steph left too, I think. But they were both getting sued. At least that's what I read anyway. Yes, he does. And he's got autonomy on it now, too, I think. Well, not full, because he still answers to people. But as far as I know, it's his ship to run. Guess these guys aren't coming? So annoying. I think Trump's losing his marbles. Sorry, lost them. Lost them. Maybe more accurate. Like, That's the kind of thing you'd come up, like a drunk dude would come up with. Like what? Like, that's something Peter Griffin would come up with. Well, that's good. Hopefully that great one pops up soon. What are you warning about? There's never anything here to be warned about. Okay, there's the cow. And a 2. Where are the rest of them? I'm gonna try up here again. Oh yeah. Absolutely they would. Our beer's also a little stronger up here too. I think it's like 2% down there, and it's like 4 to 6 up here. There's like 100 different brands of rye too. It's quite wild. There's a few big brands, but like you go into the liquor store and look at the aisle for rye, it's quite immense. And how many you got to choose from? A lot of cookies too. A lot of cookies. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works myself. There's a total of 10 provinces, and there are 3 territories. So Yukon, Northwest Territory, and Nunavut. They're part of Canada, but they don't have. They're governed, I think, completely by the federal government. If I'm thinking that correctly, somebody might have to correct me on that if I'm wrong. But the provinces have some power, but like. Yeah, because like with the whole thing there with Alberta talking about separations, like they can't actually do that the way that they're talking about it. Is that they have to have a cultural reason for separation, and oil is not considered a culture. Plus, they have to put it to a referendum, and then if they vote yes, then there's a referendum to the rest of Canada to let them leave. And that not only that, they don't own any of the. Oh, they don't own the oil. It belongs to the federal government, and the land it's all on belongs to the natives who signed their treaties with the federal government, not the Alberta government. There's a whole lot of politics involved up here. The provincial governments kind of do their govern themselves, but there's different rules and everything, similar to how states do it, but not quite the same. And the provinces are much bigger. Just believe me, the map, you look at them on a map, it's not going to give you an accurate representation of how big the country actually is. Had to drive across the country 3 or 4 times. From Grand Prairie, Alberta to London here, where I'm at, is the map does not. Toronto is a city in Ontario. And Toronto's the biggest city in Ontario. But Ontario's massive. Going around the Great Lakes. To drive from where I'm at to Manitoba will take you maybe 2 to 3 days. Yes. By population, it is the biggest city in Canada. And Vancouver is climbing a little behind that, and with Montreal or Winnipeg behind that. It's like, I think we only have like 30-something million people, or 30 to 40 million people here in Canada in total. Toronto's only 2 hours from where I'm at. By car. Drive from Toronto to Calgary. Like 3 or 4 days. Two of those days being Ontario alone. Going around Lake Superior is like, it's huge. And if you run into weather up there. You're driving through the Canadian Shield when the fog comes off the lake. You can't see a damn thing. But it's gorgeous country up there, man. Well, I don't know about necessarily bigger, but it's also like I said, the lakes is the most of your drive, right? It's like you have to go around the Great Lakes. You can't go through them. Is like you can, if you cut through the United States to go around the lakes, it shaves like a whole day off your journey. But if you got to go around, if you're just staying in Canada, like that is a drive. See, like I don't have a passport, so I can't travel. But going around Lake Superior is one hell of a drive, let me tell you. And you want to talk about a spooky looking view. That drive would give Stephen King the willies. That's a nice moose. Oh God, no. It's a nice sunny day today. Yeah, our summers aren't cold at all. They're actually kind of hot and muggy. At least where I'm at. Yeah, it's about 18 degrees Celsius today, which is not bad. Yeah. It's like we're gonna have very similar weather. It's like it's not that far. It's like even the high Arctic right now, it's gonna be melting. And I just noticed it's past the 2-hour mark. So which means our next moose is going to be our last one. Just remember, I'm streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays over on Twitch. It is linked on my channel homepage. Yeah, I'm hunting in Siberia right now. Alright, this is gonna be our last guy. Alright, well, I want to thank everybody who joined today. Y'all are amazing. If you haven't subbed, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. And please, please, please check out the rest of my content. I need a very good chunk of hours. I need about 1,000 to get the ads and fully monetized. Yeah, and 3 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Mondays are over on Twitch. Wednesdays I'll stream NHL, and Fridays here on YouTube, Call of the Wild. And, yep. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you guys in the next one.